Hello, this is question 1 from paper 2 from the 2020 Leaving Cert Maths exam. Up the top right of the screen you'll find a card that'll bring you to the playlist that has all my solutions for the questions in this paper. And below the video you'll find a link to an image of this question so you can try it in your own time before looking at my solution. Part A of this question gives us these 3 points here, and they ask us to find the distance between A and the line made by BC. Now you don't always do this, but sometimes I like to draw out the points just to give me an idea depending what they're asking me in the question. As it happens, this question is going to help a lot. So if we just make a nice big XY axis here and roughly draw these, like 2 minus 6, say 2 minus 6, I need as big as minus 12, so that'll be the lowest. So 6 minus 12, somewhere down here. Minus 4 and 3, whereas 2 was about there. Something like that. Just a rough drawing. Usually you're dealing with a triangle, you're seeing different shapes up here. Now here, let's see, this is A, and this was B, and this was C. They look like they might be in line, maybe not, we're not sure really from the drawing. But they're asking us to find the distance from A to this line. If they're on the same line, it'll be 0. If it's a little distance, we'll get a little number. If it's a large distance, we'll get a large number. That's what they're asking us to do. So how do we find the distance from a point say x, y, to a line? And a line would look something like ax plus by plus c equals 0. We have a formula for that. At least when the line looks like this, we do. We can make any line look like this, and all points look like this. The formula is the distance here, the distance between a point and the perpendicular distance between a point and a line is given by the formula ax1, we'll put a 1 here, 1 on both these points, ax1 plus by1 plus c, and the absolute value of this divided by a squared plus b squared, the square root of that. So this formula is in our formula tables. We don't need to derive this, which is good because it's a big messy derivation that'll take 5 or 10 minutes. Your teacher probably did it in a class. I haven't done a video on it, but I might at some stage. But we don't need it. It's in our formulas. We just need to read from this. A is the number we'll get in the line. B is the number we get in the line. And the x and the y are from the point. In this case, and we know x, y. That's 2 on minus 2. So really, I need to get the equation of this line. So I need to use b and c to get that. So to get that, I need to find first the slope. I won't bother writing all the formulas down. Some we're very familiar with. So the slope between b and c, I'll take 3 minus 12, which is plus 12. And I'll take minus 4 minus 6. That's 15 over minus 10, which is, I guess, 3 over 2. Or sorry, minus 3 over 2. And then to get the equation, I'll just use the formula. Y minus y1. Let's take b. Minus 12 is plus 12. Is equal to the slope, 3 over 2. Times x minus, in this case, it'll be 6. Let's start multiplying this 2 across. 2y plus 24 is equal minus 3x and plus 18. Plus 18. Now I want all my x's and y's and numbers on the same side, and I might as well have them being positive. So we'll bring everybody over to the left. Well, I might as well have the first one be positive, I like to think. In this case, they'll both be positive, which is nice. 24 minus 18 will be a 6 equals 0. So we have everything we need for this formula. D is equal to 3 multiplied by, instead of a here, let's put in the numbers there, 2 minus 6. So 3 multiplied by 2 plus 2 from here multiplied by minus 6 plus c plus 6. The absolute value of that divided by, now this isn't going to matter as it happens, but divided by 3 squared plus 2 squared. Now it's not going to matter because if we look at the top row, we get 6 minus 12 plus 6. This is equal to 0 divided by something. I don't care because 0 divided by anything is 0. That's our answer. That's the distance between these 2 points, is 0. Now they ask us to conclude a relationship. The conclusion is they are in a straight line. That's all I'd write. They are in a straight line. Or I guess you could write collinear. I don't know if I spelled that right. Collinear. It just means they're all in a straight line. That's your conclusion. Okay, let me rub this out and we'll start with part B. In part B, they give us this diagram here. Now, part B is actually not too long of a question. They just want us to find, I never put it in, they want us to find this angle here. They tell us A, the line A that gives the equation. Now, the equation of a line tells us everything we need to know. And for B, they tell us just this angle here. So we have a lot of information. Everything we want to know about A and the angle of B. So that means we have the angle of A. This angle down here, we'll call it phi. We have this angle. It's in the information's in this equation because everything is in an equation. So that means if we have this angle, we know this is 60. That means this is 120. We know what this is. I just have to find it. That's what we're going to do in the question. I can easily find this angle here, and this angle is phi. They're the same. They're opposite angles to each other. So how do we find this angle down here? It's just the slope, or the tangent of this angle is just the slope. Let me write that. The tangent of phi is just equal to m. So that's all. We just need to find the m up here. So if I don't like writing equations like this, even though I had to in the previous part. I would much rather write them with y on its own. So minus 2y is equal to minus x minus 1. 2y is equal to x plus 1. Y is equal to a half x plus a half. Just multiply them, divide them both by 2. M is right there. So phi is quite easy to find. Phi is the inverse tangent of m, which is a half. There, I know what phi is. So I just need to, well, I could do this now if you want and put it to 3 decimal places and then just do some simple arithmetic to find theta. I don't like doing my calculations till the very end. So theta is equal to a full triangle minus this angle of it, 120, minus this angle, which is phi, which is inverse tangent of 1 over 2. Just put all that into a calculator, or I guess I'll do this in my head, I suppose, and put this line into a calculator. And we should get, if I just double check my notes, 33 point, it is 3 decimal places, 435 degrees this is. And that's it. It's quite a short question. Really, they're just asking you to know how to find this angle. And well, then they want you to do just a bit of simple geometry. They'd expect a junior cert student to do this geometry part though. They'd give a nicer number than this. Really, they're just asking you to find this angle from this equation. That was that question. If you have any follow-up questions from this part or part A, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. Thanks for watching and have a great day.